Yeah, we'll get to the field in no time. All right, welcome back to another video. I'm currently in town, getting a few things, and then after I'm done with a few things here in town, then we'll head to the field. And I believe today we're gonna start air seeding the first field that we threshed. We actually air seeded one field Saturday because we got that rain, as you saw in the last video. So we were air seeding one field just because that field does have low water and it didn't rain as much there, so we're just trying to get that quickly done. So I didn't really have time to make a video, but today we will be air seeding the first field that we harvested. And on that first field, I just got word back that we averaged about 7,000 pounds per acre is what we got off of that field, and those were Virginias. So that is pretty dang good. I'm happy with that. But I'll do my quick things here in town, and we'll head to the farm and then we'll start air seeding. First things first, diesel. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is what we got. All right, new addition to the farm. Not really. This is a demo that we now got this year. This is a 939 fendt. So local dealer, they're willing to let us have this as a demo. So they gave this one to us for, I believe, 50 hours, I think. They put extra weight on it for us. They put a lot on the outside. There's a whole separate weight on the inside. So it's weighing in, I believe they weighed it Saturday. Today is Monday. I believe they weighed it in around 43,000 pounds, somewhere around that area. And so that's actually, I believe, about 10,000 pounds, or if not more, heavier than the 370 that we are using. So this fendt tractor will be going in front of our air seeder that we have over here. So we have our air seeder here. Right now we put the 330 or 370 in front of it because we needed to use it Saturday real quick, and they didn't have that fendt tractor ready yet. So we just put this one in front of there real quick. This one was in front of our peanut digger, but we quickly put it on here just where we could quickly finish air seeding one field. But we're gonna unhook it from here. This one is 370 horsepower because it's a 370. I believe that one is a 386, I believe, or something like that. So we're going to compare the two, kind of see what's different about it, how well it can pull this air seeder. This air seeder for sure needs a 370, if not bigger, to pull it the speed we want to, especially if we're going, you know, a little bit deeper or anything. But we'll see how we like it. We're going to unhook it here shortly. But before we unhook it, we might actually just do a round or two, maybe put it extremely deep just to know for sure what this 370 can do. And then we'll switch it over to the fendt and then kind of have a more of an accurate comparison, I guess. But I mean, it does look really nice. I don't think it's the, I don't know a whole lot about it. Y'all guys would probably know more about it than I would. But I do not think it's a fully loaded one, or the most loaded as they come. I do not believe it is, but it's still a really nice tractor. It looks really good. I drove it over here going 34 miles an hour, so that part was really nice. It's quick. It's really quick. It can definitely get up to that speed really quickly. But I really like the extra weight on it. That's really nice. I'm excited to try this out. We're probably gonna hook it up today and get it all dialed in, get the GPS ready, make sure the air seeder actually connects to the tractor, which it should. I know every time we connect the air seeder to our tractor, it instantly all pops up in there, and all the settings from previously are all still in there. So we're gonna connect it here shortly, and then see what it does. It's an insane weight here in the front too, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it's not rare you see a different color of green on our farm. My dad drove it a little bit, and I guess he wasn't 100% a big fan of the handle and everything. I know we have our new 280 that we bought last year. No, it was the beginning of this year. We bought a new 280 that had the Command Pro handle. He wasn't a very big fan of that one either, so I think it's just a handle. It's not that it's the tractor or anything, but so far I really like the tractor. It's actually kind of cool. We'll see what the horsepower does on the field, then we'll have a true test. So yes, I'm aware we don't have front duals on it, so it's not going to be a 100% accurate test or anything. I would put the duals on there real quick just to have a better accurate test, but we do not have the front spacers here. The front spacers are at our other shop, so I'll have to just make do with what we have. I made the air seeder back there a little bit deeper, so I'm going to try to pull it as hard as I can. I'm not going to plant any weed or anything. I just have all that shut off. I'm just going to put it in the ground, not really use GPS really, and then just see how fast I can go, see what it's pulling, how much slippage there is and stuff like that. Keep all that in mind, and then whenever we switch it over to that one, then I'll kind of know roughly what it did. At the current depth I have it, we're using full engine power. I'm only able to go 6.6 miles an hour. I believe engine slippage should be here somewhere. We're about 10%, 11% slippage. So, see, that's gonna be a rough comparison. I think I'll just call that good right here, and then let's go unhook it and hook it onto that new one. Now just to hook it up. So basically what I'm finishing up here is from the field here, we brought dirt to the center right here between this field and this one, because we had an underground water line that was running right here, and it was getting bare where it was only like 2 inches underneath the ground, so you could see it, and we actually burst the pipe from driving over with it with a disker, because we were disking around the edges of the field. So now we just brought dirt here to cover up that underground water line, because we don't want to be bursting it anytime soon. So I just got the land plane behind me. I'm just finishing leveling it off, just getting a little bit smoother than what it was. And then once that's done, we'll grab that new tractor and the air seeder, which the guy that helped me put the air seeder together, he ran to town to get one more fitting. We had the wrong fitting, so he went to town to get one more fitting, and then he'll be back here shortly. We'll hook it all together and see how it runs. Probably the best thing about that seed tender is that we can literally, with that conveyor, go straight into the air seeder. Love it. And now while my brother is in that new tractor with the air seeder, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this pivot. So we want to right away start watering it. We're gonna right away water what we already air seeded to get the top of the ground nice and wet, where all the seeds will start growing again, because we're probably not gonna get a rain, and we can't wait for a rain. So I'll turn on the pivot here. I got like 30 of these wells to turn on. This one should be on now. Let's just make sure. I always wait by every single well to make sure. Yeah, it's blowing air, and in a few minutes water will come up, and then it's pumping water. And then we should finish this field today. It's only 60 acres, so we should be able to finish it today. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. We're just about done with this field. It's pretty late already. It's 8:40 right now, so we're going to head home here in a little bit. My cousin is right now. He's driving that new fendt tractor. My brother actually just went there and looked to see how good of a job they're doing right now, because we're now doing the edges of the field and everything. We turned on the pivot. It's watering good. I might show you that tomorrow morning, so that'll be in like the end credits maybe. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I sometimes post all the way after the closing video, or whatever you want to call it. But so far, just a little bit about that fendt tractor. So far, I don't mind it. It's a nice tractor. It handles really well. It works really good. We put a ton of weight, literally a ton of weight in the back. Each on the outside of each rear dual, it's one big weight, and it weighs itself, it's 1 metric ton, so about 2,200 pounds. So it's heavy. But one thing I did notice though, it is 385 horsepower, but for some reason it doesn't seem like it has quite the power as our 370 did. It felt like our 370 could pull it a little bit faster. Even though we didn't have the front duals on the 370, it still felt like the 370 could pull it a little bit better. But overall, it's still a nice tractor. Handles good, not a bad brand at all. I actually don't mind it. I don't know if you'll see one on our farm in the future as us buying one, but guess you never know. But do appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.